Escape the Night Season 4 killed Escape the Night. For those of you who don't know what Escape the Night, it's pretty well described by MatPat in this clip, so I'll just put it here.
Even though Escape the Night is like the bizarre love child of Survivor and American Horror Story, where people get voted out and instead of torches getting snuffed out by a smarmy host, it's your life getting snuffed out by a bloodthirsty harpy.
I'd like to mention here and now that this is a full analysis and recap of the show, which means spoilers! Yay! The show is free, it's on YouTube, go and watch it. It's called Escape the Night. Another thing to note is the fact that a lot of work goes into making a show like this. And I want to be clear that I am making this out of appreciation with the intention that more people will go and look at the show so that way we can get, a season 5 or fucking something to clean up the mess that this season made. So, Escape the Night Season 4 starts with our Season 3 survivors, Matthew Patthew, America's worst friend in all of existence, and every skin tone ever. And this is where we get introduced to one of the funniest characters on the entire show, and the only reason I rewatched the finale, Bretman Rock. We get a slight acknowledgement that the mission is kinda dangerous, but okay, Voluptuous Curve can save you. I mean, it's what got Miss Boom Boom Gun through Season 3. New lines from our Friendly Society Against Evil members before a portal opened, and oh no, the portal closed. After Joey Graceffa and Bretman Rock walk through, leaving Matthew Patrick and Nikita Dragon to sit there, wait, or, try a different way to get in. Here's where we get introduced to a few big bads. The big bad of the season, of course, the Collector. The big bad of the episode, the Egyptian guards. And a big bad coming up soon being the Medusa. About Liza. Where's Liza? Liza. Joe treated her as forgettable, and so shall I. So we see our besties in boxes, that's implying that they're reliving their deaths over and over again, which is great for them. And then Blondie asks someone who has literally never been here before, oh my god, do you know what to do? Of course Rock Hard doesn't know. Don't worry, Joey, just do the same thing you did to Colleen Ballinger and fucking stab it. We're gonna speed ahead here because I personally really like this scene and there's nothing really to comment on negatively. Everyone gets free, Joey Graceffa expects a hug and doesn't get one. After some good old confrontation, the Egyptian guards we saw from, 5 minutes ago, roll up. And we get a great interaction from Alex Wasabi showing he's going to be a key component to this season.
Hey, whoa! Alex, don't near him!
Bitches get kidnapped, and after that we are left with Rock'em Softgra, Bimbo, every gay twink ever, the queen of music, Where in the World is My Wallet, and the best villain ever written. Now we get to meet the final additions to this cast. Sorcerers, The Gathering, and Pretty Privilege personified. In introduction to Miss I Put a Spell on You, we get Joey Graceffa's worst delivered line in this entire show.
Oh, hell no! Not the sorceress, not the woman who literally stabbed me.
We also learn about the Thanos clock, which I guess they have till morning to escape if we just ignore the fact that the note said you had to be in your exhibit, not that you had to go back to the way you were before the beginning of the night. And once again, we get another iconic moment.
A pretentious bitch.
Ooh,
Girl, you had the same exact thing at your mansion.
Isn't she a copycat?
She wanna be you so bad.
It's where we gain the mission of the episode, that is find the ruler's rod, become the pharaoh, get an army, take over the museum, and demand to be shown an exit. So you're telling me they gain a fucking army in the first episode and they never use it? It's practically forgotten about till the last episode. Great. Our already small team of 6 splits up into an even smaller team of 3, being Thing 1, Thing 2, and Yeehaw for group, and Baskin Robbins, the Queen's Gabs It, and Low Rent Fred from Scooby-Doo for what I will be referring to as Group B. On the flip side with He's a 10, but not a single damn brain cell, Heartbreak DIY, a nerd who's about to be nummied, and a maiden who's just a little mad that I will be referring to as Group B. Our past YouTubers, current prisoners, get thrown into, a coliseum of corpses, and lovers reunite for another great moment that takes us fucking nowhere in the long run. And speaking of which, great potential taking us absolutely nowhere in the long run, we've got a locked box. No, not that locked box. This locked box. C comes into play. They have to find eggs and put them into a statue. I'd like to pause here and acknowledge Joey Graceffa and Colleen Ballinger's dynamic. It's really fun and fresh in this first episode, as you know, it's not really that common for people to call Joey Graceffa out on his shitty decisions and, you know, how he treats his friends. But it stops being about that. It starts being the exact same note over and over again, and that shit gets old quick. But anyways, back to the episode. Group B is reading a diary of some sorts and figuring out the locks on the puzzle with shapes and numbers, and receive another egg. Ballinger had already found one on the floor while kicking around the corpses. All the while, Group C is finding 3 more eggs and unlocking the statue, giving them the key to Group B's jail, and a headpiece, I guess.
Gorgeous headpiece.
Really?
Gorgeous headpiece.
A headpiece. Okay, a headpice. All 3 groups meet up to go open the Egyptian exhibit while Glenda the Good Witch goes and fucking kills their army? While Mortimer just stands there like a little bitch? You are shivering my timbers and punching my goddamn salad. I can't fucking believe this. Mortimer, can you literally be an active participant in your own fucking life? For one, I'm limiting myself to 1 Mortimer rant per episode, because trust me, this series will become just a Mortimer rant show. That's what would have happened if they just kept their army. In other news, the group makes their way to the Egyptian exhibit after pulling out their box that they got from the stupid fucking Colosseum, exposing the safe, revealing the mission of the season. Open the box, get the globe, leave, blah blah blah, if you're not in your exhibit in the morning, blah blah blah, we already talked about this. See a classic escape the night trope where Tana Mojo finds the Ankh, and Gabby diminishes her success. Great line from Daystorm Power before everyone huddles up together, does a chant, puts the Ankh on the fucking Pharaoh case. Oh, I pronounced that wrong. We're going with it. And plot twist, the Pharaoh's not a friendly mob. And that's where we leave off on. And that's where I'm leaving things off on this analysis so far. I know this episode was overall pretty good and just having some shaky moments, but trust me, these are the building blocks to the season's downfall. For this series, at the end of every episode, I'm going to be ranking my top 3 characters of the episode and the fatal flaw of each episode. Be warned, my top 3 isn't who did the best, it's who I found the most enjoyable. So yes, it will be biased. Here's my first top 3. Ranking 3rd place, Tana. We get so many iconic moments from her this episode. Just when she wasn't at her best, she wasn't really there. Nothing against her, she just kinda got outshone. 2nd place is Bretman Rock. He is just such a fun character actor in this episode, in this whole series especially. They just bring this camp that, like, makes the episode so fun to watch and rewatch. Honestly, I hope that she is on every fucking season afterwards. I hope that we never get a season without them. Ranking 1st place is Daystorm Power, duh. He just gives this full fucking character. And for an unscripted show, it is incredible to see. I genuinely just get this burst of joy whenever I see him in a scene. Even if he says nothing, just him and his reactions and everything. It is pure perfection. I can't compliment his role enough. He just genuinely puts so much effort into his character that I don't know, I fucking love it, man. Please, I just need more Daystorm Power. It's great. And the fatal flaw of this season is all the storylines that go fucking nowhere. Genuinely, I can name 4 off of the top of my head that I haven't even scripted. I haven't even scripted the 4 things I can think of off the top of my head that just go fucking nowhere. All of Mortimer's plot lines go nowhere because he dies. Spoiler alert. He dies before literally anyone can do fucking anything. And it just, dude, none of these plot lines matter. This is the downfall of an unscripted show, is that sometimes you'll get baited for a storyline that's just not gonna happen. And it might just be me, but it personally fucking boggles. That's it. I hope this wasn't 3 days down the drain. Although actually, tell me in the comments if you enjoyed this video. I might make more. Yeah, thanks. Bye.